is my new apron. I've started to really get into aprons lately. There's something about coming home at night after a long day at work and just putting on a total new alter ego. So that's what I've done. This is a brand new apron for me. It's a Simplicity pattern, and it's actually a retro pattern. It's from the 1940s since Simplicity has reissued it, and I love the pattern. The fabric is awesome. It's from my mother-in-law, Carol. She died a few years ago, but she left behind her, as most of our sewing friends do, plenty of fabric. So I've been using that over time to make aprons for gifts and of course for myself. This apron is actually kind of like a dress. If you take a look at it, it's actually got straps. It's got a tie at the back. And it's interesting to me in that the way it was made was using bias binding. I actually had to buy 3 yards of bias binding, and as the seams go together, the fabric is put wrong sides together and then actually bound with a simple binding, which kind of creates a clean look, doesn't it? I was a little different in that I chose 2 different fabrics. I have a blue, actually 3 different fabrics. A blue with a wide, a large print, and then a blue with a small print, and then this dark purple. But I chose the lavender because for the binding, because I just thought it complemented both fabrics. It was a little time consuming putting all the binding in. Excuse me while I stir my pan a little bit. By the way, I'm making clam spaghetti tonight. The clams are from Barnegat Bay. We harvested them last year. And our family has this great thing where we buy bacon ends. We actually buy bacon ends, and it's very inexpensive from a really good butcher, and then we cut them up and freeze them. And all you have to do is put little bacon ends in the pan, and you have a nice base to make a very rich clam spaghetti. So that's what I'm doing right now. But to tell you more about my apron, the only changes I made to this apron were on the tie here. You'll see that I've got 2 different fabrics. The instructions for the pattern tell you to actually put a hem in, but I just thought it would look nicer if I had 2 different fabrics showing. The only liability is that it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. The bow tends to kind of want to droop a little, but you know, like everything, that's a compromise, so you just do what you have to do. The only other change I made to the pattern is, as you can see, where the apron strings meet the back, I actually top stitched it down a little bit. Can't really find it, but if you look, you might find it I top stitched it so it wouldn't stick up. One feature I love about this pattern are the very generous pockets. And it was just really cool to put this thing together, and the pockets and the scallops are repeated along the bottom here. The only thing I would have done differently is, for me, I'm pretty tall, I'm 5 feet 9 1/4, I was just measured. And the waist is a little high on me, and I didn't even think to lengthen it, but if I ever made this again, I would probably lengthen it about 1 inch up here so that it would be longer. So that's my apron. This is a great pattern, easy to put together, and I would recommend this pattern to you if you're at all inclined to create an apron. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 aprons now in my apron wardrobe. So you'll notice I'm wearing my work clothes. I came home, it's 6:15, and I'm now cooking, and I don't even have to change my clothes. So, because if I get them dirty, I've got my apron on. Oh, and one last thing, cooking is much more fun if you have wine. I've started to portion control myself by using a juice glass, which helps. So this is exactly 4 ounces. So cheers to you, and I hope you enjoy making aprons if you're so inclined, because I really enjoy making aprons.